know about Tutankhamun's curse. Listen and read. Okay, ni dia basically dia cerita pasal raja iaitu Tutankhamun. Okay. Treasure, siapa tahu apa tu treasure?
Harta karun.
Harta karun. Okay, good. Die,
Mati.
mati. Gold,
Emas.
emas. Mosquito,
Nyamuk.
nyamuk. Okay, good. Okay, so kita tengok cerita ni, the curse. Okay, the curse ni maksud dia sumpahan. In ancient Egypt, Tutankhamun, an 18 years old king died. Dia kata pada zaman purba Egypt dahulu, nama raja tu Tutankhamun, umur dia 18 years old, 18 tahun dia dah mati. Kalau ikut ni muda lah untuk seorang raja mati pada umur yang muda, 18 tahun ni. So, they put his body in a tomb. Dia letak dia dekat kubur lah dalam dalam piramid kan. Inside the tomb there were treasures and a curse. Dia kata dalam kubur dia tu, dekat dalam kubur tu ada treasure, ada harta karun, and a curse, ada sumpahan. Okay. In 1922, two Englishmen, Howard Carter and Lord Carnarvon, went to the Valley of the Kings. Okay, dia kata pada tahun 1922 ada dua orang putih ni, nama dia Howard Carter dengan Lord Carnarvon, pergi dekat Valley of the Kings. Dekat lembah raja lah. On 4th November, one of the Carter's men found something. Pada 4 November lepas gali tu, orang dia jumpa sesuatu. Tengok cerita dia kata, "Look, sir." Dia boleh panggil Howard tu kan. "Yes, at last." Dia kata akhirnya jumpa juga laluan nak pergi masuk dalam piramid tu. Dia kata Howard Carter and Lord Carnarvon opened the tomb. So mereka pun buka lah kubur tu kan. The curse, sir, the curse. Orang pekerja dia tu pun kata tu sumpahan. Tapi orang putih dia tak percaya kan, dia pun relax je, nampak tak tu. Okay, inside the tomb there were chairs, boxes of food, treasures and gold. Dalam kubur dan piramid dia tu ada kerusi emas lah, boxes of food, ada kotak-kotak makanan, ada treasures, ada gold, ada emas, semua kan, ada karun. The mummy of Tutankhamun was there too. Ada juga dia punya mummy lah. Mummy tu mayat yang mereka awetkan. He died 3,000 years ago. Dia dah mati 3,000 tahun dahulu. So mereka ni kan lah mayat dia kan. Carnarvon never saw the treasures. Dia tak nampak pun harta karun tu. A mosquito bit him and he died. Dia nyamuk gigit dia, lepas tu dia mati. So dia pun bertanya lah, was it the curse? Adakah itu adalah sumpahan? So kita tak tahu lah betul atau tidak. Okay, so teacher ada search dekat internet pasal Tutankhamun ni. So kita tengok video dia. Dengar tak? Sound dia dengar tak? Boleh dengar?
Undisturbed for millennia, nearly forgotten by history. It was only chance that brought Tutankhamun, commonly known as King Tut, to modern fame. In 1922, archaeologist Howard Carter uncovered Tutankhamun's tomb. It was the best preserved pharaoh's tomb ever to be discovered, basically untouched by the tomb robbers who emptied most others of their treasures. The artifacts inside gave a never-before-seen look into the life and death of an Egyptian pharaoh and sparked new curiosity about King Tut, a ruler lost to time. He was born as Tutankhamun more than 3,000 years ago, about 1341 BC, the son of the pharaoh Akhenaten. Akhenaten was a controversial pharaoh. He made many changes to the religion of ancient Egypt, including switching from worshipping many gods to worshipping only Aten, the sun, and moving the capital city from Thebes to a new city at Amarna, which he built. Akhenaten died when Tut was very young, and Tut became the pharaoh at the age of 9. With the help of powerful advisors, young Tut reversed all of his father's changes and even changed his name to Tutankhamun to show that he was ending the time when Aten was worshipped as the one god. King Tut was not very healthy and may have had to walk with a cane. This was probably partially because his parents were brother and sister, something that was common for royal marriages in ancient Egypt. When he became pharaoh, Tut married his half-sister, Ankhenamun. Together, they had 2 daughters, but both of them died before they could even be born. The pharaoh Tutankhamun died when he was only about 19 years old. The exact cause of his death is a mystery, but archaeologists believe that he may have died from an injury or an infection. However he died, it was unexpected for a pharaoh to die so young, and his tomb was probably not complete. This would have forced Tut to be buried in a tomb intended for someone else. Tutankhamun was mummified and buried in a sarcophagus holding 3 nested coffins, each smaller than the next. Inside the last coffin was a beautiful golden mask inlaid with glass and gemstones, as well as many other detailed and valuable artifacts decorating his mummy. His sarcophagus was surrounded by 4 elaborate shrines, and his tomb was filled from top to bottom with thousands and thousands of items and artifacts that the Egyptians believed King Tut would need for his journey to the afterlife. After the tomb was sealed, it was robbed at least twice, but only a little was taken, and then it appears to have been forgotten. Rubble and stone debris from building other tombs higher on the hill buried the entrance, protecting it from thieves, and it lay untouched for over 3,000 years. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, archaeologists began to excavate and explore the tombs and ruins of ancient Egypt. Howard Carter, an English archaeologist, was among the people digging there. He discovered the tombs of several pharaohs in the Valley of the Kings, but all had been robbed of their contents many years before. In November of 1922, Carter and his team discovered the entrance to Tutankhamun's tomb. They made a small opening, and Carter was able to look inside. The people who were with him asked if he could see anything inside, and Carter answered, "Yes, wonderful things." When the tomb was opened completely, they could see many artifacts and items inside. More than 5,000 items were found in Tut's tomb, and each needed to be removed, cataloged, described, photographed, and shipped to the Cairo Museum, a process that took 10 years. The discovery of the tomb of Tutankhamun made news headlines worldwide, and the artifacts that were inside it have traveled to museums around the globe to be seen by millions of people. Tutankhamun, a pharaoh who ruled for only 10 years 3,000 years ago, has become one of the most famous pharaohs in history because of the amazing treasures he had buried with him, treasures that were incredibly intact when they were discovered in 1922. I hope you enjoyed learning about the pharaoh Tutankhamun today and seeing some of his fabulous treasure. Goodbye.
Okey, faham tak? Yang dia cerita tu. Okey, teacher
Faham?
faham. Okey, teacher tunjuk lagi sekali, teacher translate lah. Okey.
Undisturbed for millennia, nearly forgotten by history. It was only chance that brought Tutankhamun, commonly known as King Tut.
Okey, Tutankhamun ni dia punya nama dia, orang panggil dia Raja Tut. Okey. Short form dia lah King Tut.
To modern fame. In 1922,
Macam kita baca tadi kan, pada tahun 1922, archaeologist nama dia Howard.
archaeologist Howard Carter
Okey, nampak ni Howard Carter. Dia dengan tim dia jumpa kubur lah tomb dia. tomb Tutankhamun ni. Okay.
Uncovered Tutankhamun's tomb. It was the best preserved pharaoh's tomb ever to be discovered.
Dia antara tomb yang terbaik lah sebab tak ada disentuh. Kebanyakan kubur raja depa ni dalam piramid, depa akan curi tau, ada pencuri yang masuk sebab dalam banyak barang berharga, banyak harta karun, ada emas. So kebanyakan pencuri akan masuk dalam piramid untuk ambil barang-barang yang bernilai dalam tu lah. So tapi King Tut punya kubur ni, tomb dia ni masih belum disentuh, tak ada siapa curi apa-apa lagi lah.
Basically untouched by the tomb robbers who emptied most others of their treasures. The artifacts inside gave a never-before-seen look into the life and death of an Egyptian pharaoh.
Dia kan kat dalam tu banyak artifak yang berharga yang tak pernah orang tahu lah. Sebab banyaknya dicuri sebelum ni. So dalam King Tut punya tomb ada macam-macam. So untuk sejarah Egypt ni bernilai lah dia punya artifak ni.
And sparked new curiosity about King Tut, a ruler lost to time.
Ni basically ni gambar dia lah ni, King Tut punya dia panggil mami lah.
He was born as Tutankhamun.
Okay, dia diberi nama Tutankhamun 3,000 years ago, 3,000 tahun dulu, lebih kurang 1341 sebelum Masihi. BC ni Masihi lah, before century.
More than 3,000 years ago, about 1341 BC, the son of the pharaoh Akhenaten.
Okay, ni nama ayah dia. Pharaoh tu nama raja dia panggil pharaoh, okay? Pharaoh Akhenaten. Itu nama ayah dia.
Akhenaten was a controversial pharaoh. He made many changes to the religion of ancient Egypt.
Okay, ayah dia buat perubahan yang banyak dalam sejarah Egypt lah. Contoh dia tukar daripada banyak-banyak Tuhan kepada satu Tuhan. Tuhan matahari. Ayah dia.
Including switching from worshiping many gods
Nampaknya?
to worshiping only Aten, the
Hanya
sun.
sembah Tuhan matahari. Aten nama dia. Dan ayah dia juga ubah pusat negara depa daripada Thebes kepada Amanah. Ubah kota yang barulah. Kota pentadbiran dia.
City from Thebes to a new city, Amarna, which he built. Akhenaten died when Tut was very young. And
Okay. Ayah Tut ni mati masa Raja Tut ni muda lagi. Sebab itulah King Tut ni jadi pharaoh, jadi king pada umur dia 9 tahun. 9 tahun dah kena dah jadi raja. Kalau kita 9 tahun dah jadi apa? Dia 7, 8, 9 jadi 3 kan? Oh dia jadi 3, dah kena jadi raja dah.
Tut became the pharaoh at the age of 9. With the help of powerful advisors, young Tut reversed all of his father's changes.
Okey, dengan bantuan, yelah masa kalau muda macam tu mesti ada ramai pembantu dia kan. Ada penasihat dia. So penasihat dia ni mungkinlah cuba bagi nasihat kat dia. So dia tukar balik apa yang ayah dia dah ubah tu
And even
kepada balik
changed his
asal lah.
name to Tutankhamun to show that he was
Dan dia juga tukar nama dia Tutankhamun. Okay, Tutankhamun.
ending the time when Aten was worshipped as the one god.
So dia balik sembah banyak raja lah. Daripada satu raja kepada banyak raja balik. Dia tukar balik. Apa yang ayah dia ubah tu dia tukar balik.
King Tut was not very healthy and may have had to walk with cane.
Tapi Raja Tut ni tak sihat. Dia kena guna tongkat. Nampak tak dalam gambar dia ni? Dia ada tongkat kan? Dia terpaksa berjalan guna tongkat.
This was probably partially because his parents were brother and sister.
Sebab orang zaman dulu dia pun macam tak berapa ambil berat. So mak ayah Tut tu ialah adik-beradik. Adik-beradik dia berkahwin, dapatlah Tut. Sebab itulah dia kan Allah dah beritahu kan tak boleh kahwin macam sepupu pun dekat sangat kan. Sebab dia ada gen dia tu. Dia banyak penyakit. Ini contoh dia lah. Sebab tu King Tut tu tak berapa sihat lah.
Something that was common for royal marriages in ancient Egypt.
Dia kata zaman dulu memang macam tu. Perkahwinan adik-beradik macam tu.
When he became pharaoh, Tut married his half-sister.
Tut ni lepas dia raja, dia kahwin, dia pun kahwin dengan adik-beradik tiri dia. Nama bini dia Cinnamon. Dia kahwin dengan adik tiri dia. Dapatlah 2 anak. Tapi anak tu pun mati. Inilah salah satu sebab pasal Paul tak bagi perkahwinan yang macam tu. Okay? Sebab dia jadi lahir anak yang tak sihat.
Cinnamon. Together, they had 2 daughters, but both of them died before they could even be born.
Nampak? Mati dalam perut anak dia.
The pharaoh Tutankhamun died when he was only about 19 years old.
Okay, so Tutankhamun pun ni, Raja Tut ni, dia mati lebih kurang umur dia 19 lah. Tapi punca dia, mereka tak tahu.
The exact cause of his death is a mystery, but archaeologists believe that he may have died from an injury or an infection.
Mungkin dia kata dia mati sebab infection, macam virus lah. Sebab pelik lah, raja mati muda sangat kan. Umur 19 pun dah mati dah.
However he died, it was unexpected for a pharaoh to die so young, and his tomb was probably not complete.
Okay, sebab dia mati awal sangat, mungkin tomb dia tu, kubur dia tu tak ada bina lagi. Sebab mereka ni nak mati mereka bina piramid besar-besar, cantik-cantik kan. So mungkin sebab dia mati awal sangat, dia kena guna tomb yang tak siap lagi ataupun tomb orang lain lah. Yang digunakan untuk orang lain sepatutnya.
This would have forced Tut to be buried in a tomb intended for someone else. Tutankhamun was mummified and buried in a sarcophagus.
Okay. Tutankhamun ni dimamikan dan diletak dalam sarcophagus ni, dia punya macam bekas dia ni, dalam 3 nested coffin. Ada 3 keranda dia. Dalam keranda besar tu ada satu lagi keranda. Dalam keranda tu ada lagi satu, ada 3 lapis lah keranda dia. 3 nested coffins.
3 nested coffins, each smaller than the next. Inside the last coffin was a beautiful gold.
Last kali keranda barulah ada golden mask, topeng emas.
Mask inlaid with glass and gemstones.
Dengan ada batu-batu permata, ada kaca, semua yang cantik lah.
As well as many other detailed and
Nampak ni? Ni semua artifak dia lah yang diletak pada King Tut.
was surrounded by 4 elaborate shrines.
Nampak? Ada lagi.
Top to bottom with thousands.
Dan ni yang benda-benda yang bernilai macam ni lah orang suka curi. So mujok lah yang King Tut ni tak dicuri. So dapatlah kita tengok
artifacts that the Egyptians believed King Tut
Tut
would need
for his journey to the afterlife.
After the tomb was sealed, it was robbed at least twice, but only a little was taken, and then it appears to have been forgotten.
Dia kata masa dah siap tu, lepas raja mati, mungkinlah 2 kali kubur dia ni, piramid dia ni dia kena curi. Tapi tak banyak orang ambil lah. Mungkin sebab tak done kot.
Stone debris from building other tombs higher on the hill buried the entrance, protecting it from thieves.
Nampak ni?
Lay untouched
Lepas tak masuk, pencuri tak masuk lah.
1,000 years. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, archaeologists began to excavate and explore the tombs.
Ni lah cara-cara mereka nak cari harta karun, cari artifacts. Okay. Alright, so kita sambung balik. Kita punya buku teks tu. Okay, turn to next page. Page 31. Okay. How old was he? He was 18. How did he die? A mosquito bit him. Yang ni siapa yang mati ni? Yang ni. Arkeologi tu kan? Nama apa arkeologi tu tadi? Archaeologist tu Lord Carnarvon. Okay, Lord Carnarvon mati sebab kena gigit nyamuk. Okay. Sudah kamu. Okay. Last week teacher dah buat dah past tense. Kita dah belajar past tense belum? Kita dah buat past tense belum? Belum? Syaza, kita dah belajar past tense belum Syaza?
Saya cek.
Dalam buku.
Cuba tengok. Ada lagi? Kita dah belajar ke belum past tense?
Belum, teacher.
Belum? Okay. So teacher akan terangkan sikit lah past tense. Okay. Past tense ni kita guna untuk benda yang dah lepas lah. Okay, benda yang dah lepas, benda yang macam kemarin, minggu lepas, 2 hari lepas kan. Itu semua kita guna past tense. Okay, past tense ni dia ada 2 situation lah. Okay, contoh daripada kita, go yang present tense akan jadi went. See akan jadi saw. Find akan jadi found. Eat akan jadi fight. Okay, tak apa. Nanti teacher akan bagi latihan untuk past tense ni. Sebelum tu tengok dulu video pasal past tense. Ya.
ESL Library.
Okay, tengok dulu pasal
Simple
past tense. Okay.
past. What are verb tenses? Verb tenses show the time that an action takes place. The simple past is a verb tense. We use the simple past tense for finished past actions. For example, I watched a movie yesterday. I ate dinner 2 hours ago. I was busy last week. With regular verbs, we use the verb plus ed to form the simple past. The verb form is the same for all subjects. For example, the simple past of the verb watch is watched. I walked my dog yesterday. She played the guitar at my party last month. The students studied last night. With irregular verbs, the verb changes into a different form. We do not use ed. Here are some examples of irregular verbs. Listen and repeat. Do, did. Drink, drank. Eat, ate. Go, went. Have, had. Run, ran.
Sekejap ya line teacher ni. Hang.
Run, ran. Say, said. Sing, sang. Sleep, slept. Write, wrote. The verb form is the same for all subjects. For example, The simple past form of the verb eat is ate. You went to Paris 2 years ago. My dog slept on my bed last night. We drank coffee yesterday morning. Be is the only simple past verb that changes forms for different subjects. The two simple past forms of the verb be are was and were. I was cold yesterday afternoon. My dog was hungry. My new shoes were expensive. Look at
Itu contoh dia bagi. Okay, so kita tengok. Tadi dia bagi tahu kat kita kan, dia ada dua jenis, ada dua condition lah. Okay, dia ada untuk past tense. Ya Allah, ya Tuhan. Bateri ke? Why cannot? Okay, dia ada dua condition iaitu tak tulis kat ni. Okay, iaitu ada irregular. Ni irregular. Dan satu lagi regular. Okay, untuk irregular dia berubah. Dia berubah. Perkataan tu mesti berubah. Contoh kita tengok. Okay, be jadi was. Become jadi became. Nampak tak ejaan dia? Semua berubah. Okay, beat, bite, beat, blow, blew, break, broke. Okay, satu lagi iaitu regular. Ni yang senang sikit lah. Dalam regular kita hanya tambah ed. Accept, accepted. Add, added. Kita tambah ed dekat belakang dia. Okay. Okay. Zara, ya Zara? Ada soalan ke? Zara? Okay. Kita sambung lah. Okay. Allow, allowed. Amuse semuanya kita tambah ed. Okay. Untuk macam present tense dia ada juga yang guna be dia, be verb dia. Kalau macam present tense kita guna is dengan are kan. Okay, untuk past tense kita guna was ataupun were. Okay, kita guna was atau were. Was untuk singular. Was untuk singular. Okay, were untuk plural. Okay. Alright, okay. So kita tengok soalan ni dulu. Okay, when did Carter and his men find Tutankhamun's tomb? Okay, when? Siapa boleh jawab? Yang ni kena buat nanti tau, dalam buku teks, dalam buku latihan. Okay, tengok buku, tengok balik sini. Dia kata bila dia jumpa? Tahun 1922, yes. Okay, so jawablah dekat situ. Carter and his men. Nak ni buat dalam buku teks yang pink tu ya. And his men found Tutankhamun tomb in 1922. Kecil-kecilkan sikit. Okay. Okay dah?
Belum.
Belum. Don't forget write day and date tau. Okay, teacher bagi satu saja tau. Nanti yang lain buat tau. Kita bincang dulu, okay? Okay, number 2. Who opened the tomb? Okay, kita tengok balik cerita tadi. Okay, who opened the tomb?
Saya teacher.
Siapa jumpa tomb tu? Siapa yang buka tomb tu?
Howard Carter and Lord Carnarvon opened the tomb.
Yes, pandai ni, okay? Tulis yang ni tau. Howard Carter and Lord Carnarvon opened the tomb. Alright, good. Okay, question number 3. How old was Tutankhamun when he died? Berapa umur tadi?
Tutankhamun was 80 years old when he died.
Yes, pandai. 18 years old. Ni. 18 years old. Okay, good. Number 4. What was inside the tomb?
Inside the tomb, there were chests, boxes of food, treasure, and gold.
Yes, inside the tomb there were chairs, boxes of food, treasures and gold. Tengok balik tau jawapan dekat sini ni. Dekat muka surat 30. Okay, yang ni tadi yang ni tau. Right. Okay, next question. Number 5. How did Lord Carnarvon die?
Lord Carnarvon died because a mosquito bit him.
Yes, kat sini. Ni. Lord Carnarvon died because a mosquito bit him. Okay, jawapan dekat sini tau. Okay, so itu ialah untuk latihan hari ini. Okay, nanti next week lah. Next week teacher akan bagi latihan untuk past tense ni. So this week, hari ni, minggu ni buat latihan yang ni saja, boleh? 1 sampai 5. Boleh? Boleh ya? Alright. Okay, so sampai situ saja. Jangan lupa siapa yang belum tulis